Hello friends, welcome or welcome back if you're returning. My name is Ashley and this is for Dizzy Birds. On this channel, we use a zero-based budget, cash stuffing, and fun savings challenges to help us meet our financial goals. If that's content that interests you, then please consider subscribing because we'd love to have you join us on our journey to becoming debt-free. With that, let's get into today's video. Hey y'all. So, kind of sad news. Nothing too serious. By the way, it's Saving Sunday. So here's what had happened. I was filming a very long Saving Sunday video. Very good, fun video that I was very excited to share with you. And then I realized that I did not turn my mic on, which means no sound was recorded whatsoever. It was a very long video. I considered doing another voiceover. This is now the second time I've made this unfortunate mistake. But I think because of the length of the video and just how it's just not quite the same with a voiceover, that I would like to just share with you what I accomplished in that video, because we did accomplish some good goals. So I want to make sure that you're in the know on that. And then with the rest of this video, I'm going to go ahead and do something fun. We're going to start a Christmas box challenge and what I'm calling the turkey box, our Thanksgiving box challenge, both from GB at Income Babe. So hopefully you're not too disappointed. I'm going to talk you through just a little bit what we accomplished. So in our weekly savings challenge binder, this is the one we do every week on Sunday, a couple of things changed. Number one, we didn't have another monthly challenge because we already finished August. So we will be putting a September challenge in there. Now you may remember that we had a challenge here that was for this was for back to school. Well, that was what I designed it for anyways. And what I wanted to talk about on this one was that, these savings challenges, they're a tool, right? They're meant to motivate us to make saving fun and kind of give us small wins along the way. What I wanted to talk about was what to do when a tool stops working or isn't working the way you thought it would. Either it's feeling unattainable, it's not fun, it's demotivating, any of those things. What to do. And basically what I decided to do this week was that this challenge, I created it for myself very early in this process for myself. One of the very first challenges I created. It was intended to be enough to save for school supplies and, clothes and anything that our youngest needed back to school. And I ended up saving money for back to school anyways, kind of separately from this. But I found myself not really looking forward to this challenge and then just feeling like it really wasn't going to get there. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and stop the challenge, take the money out that I had saved, and put it towards something school related for him. So, no big deal. I still saved a total of $55 in this one, which is more than enough to get his his lunch, his school lunch account up to date. So that's good. I was gonna have to do that anyways. But I just wanted to talk about that. Like, we don't have to do everything to the very end. And we don't have to stick with something we're not enjoying just because we started it. If it's not working for you, move on. So I'm doing that. And next week I will be replacing it with something else. So we'll look and see what that. So we're considering that one sort of finished. We did a few more in all of these. We did complete the cute but creepy for $50, so that's exciting. Got a little further in our bougie. We also completed the one Witches Be Crazy for $60, so that's exciting. And we finished this Witch Needs Coffee for $50. So we finished a total of 3 fully completed savings challenges, and then of course 55 here in the back to school challenge. So it was a very good week. we only have a few scratch-offs left for the remainder of the scratch-offs that are in the binders, so we're very close on those. And we got to play 3 rounds of Shut the Box. So it's a shame that you didn't have sound. I would have liked to share that with you live, but I figure this is better than nothing, and you will know what happened between last week and this week. So very soon we will be unstuffing our Save to Sync folder to see how much we saved for the month of August and to allocate that savings where it goes. So that is one thing that we completed for that video. And then the other exciting accomplishment is the progress we made in Spooky Box. So we had $60 to save here. We had already completed all 6 of the sections of Spooky Box. So that was already done, and that all we left was the additional games, 13 Ghosts, the Plinko game, Bingo, and the Trick or Treat challenge. So, in the video, I was able to save all but one icon on the Trick or Treat challenge, so we'll just have one left. We still haven't played Spooky Bingo, but I did go watch and figure out how, so I will know how to play that. And then the Plinko, we have a few more rounds to go. We completed 13 Ghosts, so that one's all done. So this week in Spooky Box, $60 got us very, very close to completing the whole binder. So I don't know for sure if next week we'll be completing it. So go ahead and tune in because you never know. It's getting awfully close. Okay, so that should catch us up on what you missed when I forgot to turn my microphone on. All right, so I'm going to count the money really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 80, 90, and 100. $100 going into Christmas Box Savings Challenge today. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is play 100 Days Before Christmas. Last time we chose to color in 10 boxes. This time I'm going to roll the dice, and it'll tell us how many boxes we're going to color in. It says 4. Listen, we cannot have dice that are not the right color. We can't have spooky colors for our Christmas challenge. Okay, so we're going to do $4 in 100 Days Before Christmas. Wonder, should we roll again? Yes. The answer is yes, we should. Woo! 8. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Always got to push it a little further. I'm going to change that back in for a 5. We're putting in a total of $12 into 100 Days Before Christmas. So far, we have 10, 15, 20, 21, and 22. All right. So I promised I would do my research. I promised I would go learn how to play the games, and I did. So for Candy Cane Dash here, this one I was really overcomplicating as well. Basically, we are just supposed to save either a certain amount for each icon, or we can roll a dice and make it a roll and save. Totally up to us. I think for this one, I'm going to make this a roll and save. So let's roll a dice. And it says 2. We're going to put a 2 right here. No need to overcomplicate things. Let's go ahead and roll again. 4. So a 2 and a 4. For this round of Candy Cane Dash. I just made that overly complicated. Typical of Ashley. I need to trim these down a little bit. They're fit, but they're just a little tight. This is kind of cutting down on our speed here. All right, save Miss Season. Saving challenge was the same thing. Basically, just decide what you want to save or make it a roll and save. So I am going to make it a roll and save 3. And I'm going to save an amount for the icon and for the envelope. So 6 and 3 makes 9. $9. There. All right. Reindeer games. That's our Plinko Christmas. Pull that out. Where's our little bird? There he is. All right, we're going to start up here. We're rolling a 4, a 6, a 3. So far, so good. A 3, a 5, and a 1. Oh, we almost made it without any additions. So we landed on the $2 present, but there is a set of baubles here for $2. So for total, we're going to owe 4 for this round of Plinko. Not too terrible, not too shabby. So far, we have it looks like 5, 10, and 5 ones makes 15. Let's go ahead and switch that out. No reason to make that. Oh, there's a little bit more in here. Yep, sure is. 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Uh-oh, do you see what I see behind here? This is what happens when we don't check our sections before we start playing. I see one of those pesky IOUs. Silly little birds. This little guy says, yikes, I owe you $7. So we actually owe $7 for this. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Because paying our debt is fun. We like it. All right. Oh my goodness. There's so many ones in here. So many ones. So I'm going to make my life a little bit of less of a mess here. And let's just chat. So, how was your week? This is Sunday. This video would have gone up another day normally, but since I failed to record sound with the last one, I figured this one should go up on Sunday so you don't go without. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I had a very busy week, but I had a very good week. I had a huge project at work that got presented for the first time this week, and it went really well. So it kind of, all that stress and anxiety leading up definitely feels good when you hit one of those milestones, you present it, and it goes well. All right, let's see. Let's draw a card. It's a scratch and search. It's a tree. Oh, no, it's the barn. So basically, I decided to use these as extra money. It's going to go into the same envelope. So, $11 for this guy. But I'm not going to cross this off. I'm going to consider this extra. We are behind on Christmas saving. So when we get to the point that we are saving, that icon will actually cross it off, but this is extra. These scratch and search cards are going to be considered extra. Like I said, may not be how she plays it, may not be how you play it, but the whole point of the game is to save money. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30, 31, and 32. So that's how we're going to do that. All right. So we're going to roll the dice now. See We only have 3, so that doesn't work. I was going to roll the dice to decide which section to play in, but we can't really do that since there's only 3 sections. Lump of coal saves $7. How do we want to play that? Well, we'll do it just like this. We will choose a section and mark off an icon and save that amount. So $6 plus $7. And that way we will have saved for this icon and saved for our lump of coal. I'm just having fun. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm saving money at all. Like, just playing a game. And that's the idea, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. $57 on just that section alone. And this is only the second time we have played this game. Alright, so we still have a good amount of money. So I kind of feel like I want to just keep working on these envelopes on these sections here. So we did one in section 1. Let's choose an envelope or an icon here in section 8. Section 2, and I've spotted the 8. For some reason that stood out to me, so I'm going to do that one. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's see how much we have in section 2. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. I haven't really even put a whole lot of thought to how much I need to save for Christmas. I just have a general idea, but I like to create an actual budget based on the number of people who I'll be buying gifts for, dinner, Christmas dinner, and any celebrations that we're planning. I try to be as organized as possible around that, but I don't really know. I just know that we need to get prepared. All right, so let's find one here in section 3. Let's do, we have 5, 8, 10, and 9. I think I'm going to go with 10. Why not? Get one of the bigger ones out of the way. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So on Spooky Box, I didn't count the money while we were going, and I think that's going to be super fun. But this time I think this is a little bit longer. I would like to count and keep it a little more organized and condensed. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Do you all have a set budget for Christmas, or do you just have an amount that you try to shoot for? How do you guys do your Christmas budget? I will tell you that, like, I always tend to, like, lose myself a little bit. I go into it with the best of intentions, and then I just kind of forget. I just kind of forget what I'm supposed to be doing. So, because the Christmas spirit takes me, if you will. Let's do our Christmas cuppa, which we're going to use as a roll and save. Let's roll our dice. It's a 6. So we're going to just stay down here. A 6 here. For this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. What we have going, like 6 and 6. So we have a total of 12 in this envelope. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I like that. And I love the idea of the nice little hot cocos, Christmas coffees, maybe. We are gonna play Christmas bingo, but the way we play it is with the 12 cards, and I don't want to I don't want to separate them out right now, so we'll play that next time. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do is use these cards. Now, I do have my lump of coals and my reindeer attacks and all the things that make things just a little spicier mixed in here as well. So hopefully we don't end up with an IOU. Cookie charm, no tax. So if I remember correctly, this means we just pick one and we don't have to pay an additional tax on it. So we're just going to go back here to section 1 and I'm going to take the $7 icon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why not count it again? 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. So yeah, I had a good week. It was very busy. We've had a change in leadership where I work, and I do very much like our new director. Very, very much. Enjoying working with him. But there's a lot of change and a lot of things that we're going through as a team. So life is just a little more chaotic than it normally is. Not that it's ever not really chaotic. But it was a good week. You know, I worked really hard on this project and we got to present it and it went really well. And that just always feels good. So maybe you remember that I work in learning and development. I'm an adult educator. So I specialize in education and kind of in a workplace setting. So it felt really good to have. I don't think we're going to do that one again because we already have it. Latex. Now this one says save $3. So if we do that along the same lines, we would pick a card or an icon and then add $3 to it. How much do we even have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I have $8. I could do this 6 here and $1, an IOU of $1, and I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. And then I'm going to start separating out the cards we've already completed. Yeah. You guys think I'm in a hot mess. Am I just a hot mess? Is it fun to watch me being a hot mess? Make you feel better about your lives? I hope so. I'll get better at it. That's one thing I know from adult learning, is that just because I'm not good at it yet, or just because I have a bad week or a bad video, or just, you know, not quite all there one day, doesn't mean I can't be. I will get there. 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48. But I sure do appreciate if you watch my videos, even if you don't watch them all the way through, you watch them at all, you interact with them at all, I really do appreciate you. Let's get an IOU so we don't forget. So let's get one of these pesky birds. Oh no, this one is an adorable little avocado. He's not a pesky bird. He's not exactly Christmas themed, but that's okay. He's adorable. We know $1 for this. Here. All right, so we've saved another $100 towards our Christmas by playing the Christmas Savings Challenge by Income Babes. I will link that below. Let's go ahead and get into the last challenge we're going to do today. It's a new challenge. I do know for a fact we haven't done this one yet. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. I don't have as much to put towards that. I have $40 for what is the Thanksgiving Savings Challenge, or as I am lovingly deeming it, the turkey box. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, when it rains, it pours, guys. This has not been my week for recording. So I was just happily moving right along in our first session of playing Turkey Box, and I was happily saving the $40, having a blast when I did not realize that an alarm on my phone went off and stopped the recording. So this would make 3 issues with recording this weekend. So I've decided I'm going to go ahead and chalk it up to it's a rough week and we're going to move on. So I promise next week to recap what we saved before we start playing the Turkey Box again. I hope you enjoyed watching this incredibly hot mess of a video. I hope it at least you can relate to what it's like to record these videos when you have issues. I'm going to keep a positive attitude. I'm going to move on. I'm going to say if you like the video or if you just want to show me some support for having such a rough go of it, please consider giving the video a like. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. And until next time, y'all hang in. Bye-bye.